Nashville Public Schools heard critiques recently from two influential groups about what is and is not working in the district's improvement plan called MNPS Achieves. The plan is closely monitored by the people seated at this table, members of a national advisory panel of education experts. They visited Nashville to meet with public school leaders about their findings during the last year.
Metro schools are progressing well, that it's clear that this is a change through working with professionals, a change through working with the culture, a change in terms of building on the assets that the schools already have in this city.
Dr. Andy Hargraves is a Boston College professor and author of 24 books about education change. Hargraves says the ambitious 9-step MNPS Achieves is based on best practices of high-performing systems around the world. He and other national advisors praise Metro schools for trying to make real reform in the last 2 years and avoiding quick fixes like ramping up testing. Those findings are included in a report by the Annenberg Institute for School Reform. The good points include Metro schools' efforts to provide more training for principals and teachers, finding and recruiting quality teachers, and encouraging the use of student information from the data warehouse to help customize and improve learning. The panel's main criticism is directed at communication from the central office and a need to narrow the focus of the improvement plan.
It's fairly typical of this stage of change, so Nashville's not unusual in this sense. So when you start many things, it's really about pulling them together and leaving some things on one side so people aren't overloaded. And through that, which is the second thing, is really building the quality of the communications.
Within days of receiving the report from Annenberg Institute, Metro schools also heard from the Nashville Chamber of Commerce in its annual education report card. It too points to a need for better communication within the school district and more effective usage of student data, especially to improve scores on college entrance exams like ACT. You can learn more about both reports on Metro Public School reform at wnpt.org/NPT reports. For the Southern Education Desk, I'm LaTanya Turner, Nashville Public Television.
Support for the Southern Education Desk comes from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.